Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of my foreverworld. Last time we built mostly outside of our starter base and worked on setting up this little farm here. Today we're going to finish the house, including the inside. We're going to go exploring. I want to find a village soon, and then I'm going to go and get an enchanting table. I have all the sugarcane I need. I just need to keep remembering to breed up these cows for leather. I think we're going to start off today's episode by starting to decorate the inside of our house. First, I'm going to work on this little corner here. I'm just going to put some barrels down for some storage and then put down a small table. There's not much space here, so I think I'm just going to have maybe a lantern and a flower pot or something like that. And then here where I have the chests, I'm going to have furnaces because that's where the chimney ends up coming out of, and I think that just makes sense. So I think this space here could be, I think this is where I'm going to put my enchanting table. Then upstairs, I'm going to have the chests be on this side, and then have sort of a bedroom area here. And then this empty space, I think I'll put carpets down, maybe some little seats here. But we'll start with the downstairs area. I can get rid of these torches and then put lanterns down instead, since they look a lot better. I've also crafted some of these pots to put around. I think that could look pretty cool. I'm going to put down these chests here now, so I can move my stuff upstairs and then have that space down there for furnaces. That's that little area done. I can now go and put my bed in this corner. I think I'm going to put some pots and maybe, I feel like this would be a really good spot to put a map or something of the area. I'm going to move my stuff upstairs and then I'm going to put the ceiling on. I think I'm just going to do oak or something as well for it. Just whatever I have available. I don't know how I feel about this, like just how open this balcony is. I feel as though maybe it can be open, but I think it might look better if I have the wall go in an extra block here. Yes, I think I'd like that from the outside as well. Now, it still feels like it could do with maybe some extra, something extra anyway. Maybe some banners would look okay there. Or maybe more stairs in the corners. But we'll see when we get there. It's better than what it was anyway. I've got a little carpet down here now. I'm going to have the wall map, the map on the wall there, and then I think I'm going to move the beds over towards this side. Maybe, I think I'll have it out one block and maybe have some bookshelves or something behind it. And then on this side here, I'm going to have another little table below where the map sits, I think. Actually, no, I'm just going to have the map cover from this log to this log. And then have a table running behind it. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, that gives us at least the option of some... Actually, I'm going to remove it to here. And then I think this is... I'll move it over one more. I think I'm going to put a pot here, and then I'm going to have an armor stand in this corner. We've now got the pot and the armor stand in. I've also got a flower pot for here. The only things left to do in here now are the bookshelves. I'm going to have some leaves over it once that's done. And the map. But since that will... But that's as much as we can do for now until we get what we need to make those happen. Down here we can't really do the enchanting table just yet, but what I can do is start moving the furnaces over to here where they belong. I think I'm gonna have 2 more normal oh, I might get a blast furnace, a smoker, and then have some sort of... I think I'm gonna use walls and then have like a little chimney type thing going up through here. I've now got this. I think that's okay. Inside here is quite dark, and once I have an enchanting table I'll be able to put down lanterns. I think here I'm going to have another one of these little tables just to fill the space, and then I think that's going to be this place done. I could have a little carpet and then hide some lanterns or light source underneath it, but for now that's us done in here. I've been slowly working on breeding up the cows. I think I'm getting close to having enough for the enchanting table, but pretty hard to tell. I think once they start entity cramming, that's when I'll reduce their numbers a bunch, and that should get me my enchanting table, and it looks like that'll happen pretty soon. They're pretty cramped in there now. I think I'm gonna start exploring now. I've already been in this direction where there's the forest and over the mountains here, so I think I'm gonna try and head this direction. I feel like it might lead me just to an ocean, but I've brought a boat just in case. It might have been a better idea for transporting villagers to have set up beside the ocean instead of just at a lake, but it's fine. I found some ocean ruins, so I'm gonna see if I can find anything good. Although, if I see a trident drowned, I'm just leaving. I found a treasure map from down there. I think I'll leave it for now, but maybe we'll come back to it and do it later. I think this area of land here could be promising. I'm also going to hunt animals for leather as well, just to speed up the progress getting bookshelves. I found a jungle biome by the looks of things. And a village. Oh, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, a village and a jungle biome. That means the only type of wood left for me to find is pale oak. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. It has a blacksmith as well, so hopefully there'll be something good in there. We've found some backup iron armor, I think, and some obsidian. That's the obsidian we'll need for an enchanting table. That's pretty good. The obsidian we got for the nether portal was just from a ruined portal I found, but there wasn't any extra, so that's very helpful. I'm gonna trap the villagers just in their houses by blocking them in once it does turn night. There's 2 in there. I think that was a nitwit. There's another one in there. One in there. That should be enough villagers trapped. I think I'm just gonna go and get the junk. I think I'm gonna grab some hay bales, just so I have plenty of wheat for breeding animals, and eventually I'll have bread for breeding villagers. And then I'll grab a few jungle saplings and head back home. I might go and get jungle saplings another day actually. I've got some bamboo and I've got some cocoa beans, but jungle saplings don't drop as much as normal saplings, and I don't have the inventory space for much jungle wood, so I think I'll come back and then cut down a couple of the big jungle trees and that should be enough. I found diamond nautilus armor in a shipwreck. That's very nice to have. I found a second buried treasure map, but that takes me to a different treasure. I think I'll go back and do those later because my inventory's entirely full at this point. I also found a secondary treasure map from that shipwreck, but I'm gonna do the treasure maps a different day because my inventory's entirely full. I've made it back home with all of my loot, but because I blocked off the ceiling, as you can hear, there's a lot of skeletons down here. I don't think fighting all of them is just gonna end very well. You know what? I've got plenty of torches to light it up. Let's just do it. Oh, what? That couldn't have gone much worse. Oh. That is actually as bad as it could have possibly been. I'd have just let them despawn. If I'd seen the one with gold armor, I thought there was only like 2 of them, maybe 3, but the gold armor one I didn't see, so... Oh dear. Where did I jump out of? That's where I jumped out of the... Oh, some of my stuff's stuck in that tree. At least they've all despawned now. Let's place it up. I'm not going to put anything up here for now, but I imagine I'll put chests or something here at some point because I don't have that many chests down here. I think these will pretty quickly run out. I've got 41 leather, so I think I'm gonna kill off a few guys, and then I'm gonna make our enchanting table. After thinning out the herd, I'm now up to a full stack of leather. And also grab a bit more sugarcane. I should now have everything I need for the enchanting table. I could also have this spiral staircase go down to like a basement type area. I do need to figure out where to put my nether portal. It could go down there. Well, as long as it's deep enough that I can't hear it. And now we can put down our enchanting table. That was not an enchanting table. Now we can put down our enchanting table. I think I'm gonna have it be like this, and then maybe stack up a few. How many is that? 26. That's 30 now. I also need an anvil and a grindstone. Maybe a chest to keep, or a barrel to keep our lapis in. But that's good enough for now. What a terrible first enchantment. I may as well enchant my iron armor with like level 1 enchantments since I have the lapis. Still no fortune 3. I can also put down the last couple of bookshelves there. And then I think a few leaves maybe here and then some here could look cool. Yeah, I think that helps. Maybe a flower pot or something with like a more colourful flower. Or I don't know. Maybe I could have another flower pot inside this pot. It's been so long since I used a smoker, I forgot. I didn't realize it had like this animated sort of texture going on while I'm cooking stuff. I thought it would just glow like the rest of them do. That's pretty cool. I've gotten a few flowers just to finish filling in any missing flower pots. I think that should hopefully be most of the interior done. Just the map, which I'm not going to be doing today. And then downstairs, I think here is also pretty much done. I need to put a door on the house. I think a spruce door will probably look the best. Is that like... Yeah, that's what I'm after. House building wise, I think the only other thing I'm going to do today is probably put lanterns on all of the different eaves of the roof. I'm going to put moss under each of these and put them in little boxes and put flowers in. Maybe a few more leaves on the roof could help, but what I really need to go and grab is some vines. Really, I should have went and got some from the jungle when I was at the village, but too late now. I think I'm gonna go over to where the swamp is and grab some from there. I'm also gonna turn this to an andesite stair. I think that'll look better. I've got another lantern put up here. I think I'm probably gonna change the lanterns in each of these with soul lanterns. Also, this has gotta go. It was just temporary to have this place not spawning a bunch of mobs. I've also put the andesite step in, and I think that looks better. I decided I was going to go moss blocks here, because you can see them from beneath as well, so the green all around looks better, and also because I don't have silk touch, and I don't want to have to worry about trying to get grass up here. It still has a bit to go, especially up here, but in this area I'm pretty happy with it. This is the worst wall, I think. The pillars here you just can't see from far away, there just isn't enough contrast. It would really look better if instead of oak this was like stripped spruce, but it's too late to go back now. I'll see once I add the vines in how it looks, and if it doesn't look good at that point, I might add maybe just these pillars here, have them be spruce, because it just needs something to help it out. I'm just gathering vines from the mangrove swamp now. I've heard that string's more opaque now for stopping vines from spreading everywhere. So we'll have to see what it looks like. If it's really bad, I think I'm just gonna have to install a mod or something that one of the mods that lets you like shear vines to stop them from growing. I think, because otherwise my base will either just have lots of string visible or just be completely overrun with them. This should be more than enough vines. This should be enough for, well, for my house and all of whatever I want to have surrounding it. I don't have a single piece of string to test out what the vines will look like with string, so I think I'm going to have to go down into the caves to see if I can find some spiders. I didn't realise there were vines down here as well. Oh, I found diamonds just instantly. It's kind of wild. Let's see. Have they changed it? Like, it's a bit more opaque. Oh. I don't know. It's worse, but it's not that much worse. Oh, he stole my string. Oh, he has a knockback though. Can he like hit a zombie? We've got 6 diamonds from that little vein as well, so that's pretty good. I think I will just go and install shearable vines because it's just such a pain having to go and get string for it. Especially if it's not even going to look good. Now with shearable vines, oh come on, leave me alone. Okay, now with shearable vines I should be able to right click, and these vines shouldn't grow anymore. So I will be using that on my house, and that'll make it look perfect, hopefully. I think I'm going to start by putting some vines up here. I think that's looking okay. It looks like it's kind of crawling up the chimney. Now for this wall, I think I'm going to have some kind of wrap up this way, and then maybe a smaller patch out over there. I think that's looking a bit better now. Maybe it could do with something else as well as vines. I could try having some glowberries or something, or having some other pointed sticks out a bit, but it's an improvement. I'm just going to keep going around adding vines, and it should be better. I think it's looking a lot more, feels like it really fits into the forest now. That's got all the extra greenery. I think that's just done for adding vines. It definitely breaks up the wall. I'm happy with that. I was just on my way to go back over to where the trial chamber is to have a go at it, and I found even more diamonds. Only time I've really done trial chambers is when I already have like maxed out gear, but this time might be a bit harder, although we don't have any bad omen or anything, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, what do baby zombies look like that? Let's not die to baby zombies. Why is there so many baby zombies? Oh, for some grease, for some wind charges. I have just like let all of the monsters drop down and just left them. So I haven't really got many keys, but I would have definitely just have died to all of these guys if I didn't. Oh. Just gonna use the ladders to make it easy. I'm gonna take any candles I see as well, I think, because I don't have any way of getting lots of them. And they look nice. Oh. Also got 3 new trial keys, so we're gonna have to find somewhere for them to go. That's very unfortunate. Oh! Where even is his stuff? Why is there so many? Activate it. Oh, he has my armor. He has my armor. I'm hoping they just keep fighting each other. Oh. Number of deaths counter is gonna be wild after this. Okay, I was definitely way underprepared for going in here. Okay, they should fight each other and I'll get out of here. Of course another one spawns in. Does he just not take damage? Oh, I had most of my stuff for a second there. I'm gonna take so much knockback that I just... Okay. There's at least 3 fighting each. That's a lot of progress. Now the one with my armor. No! Where did he come from? I was worried he was just going to be sitting here having picked up my armor. He has an axe! He has an axe! Never going to a trial chamber again. Right, we've got some armor, and we've also got a sword and a bow. Oh wow, they were all so low. That's my full armor back. All that for some quick chicken. I'm gonna have to leave some stuff behind, unfortunately. Let's just get out of here. I'm just gonna dig straight up. I've managed to get back home after that disaster, but it's a shame I've lost all those levels as well. We really haven't. There just really isn't a source for XP that I found yet. Once we get started with villagers, that'll give us some. Most of my XP's come from just breeding up animals and then getting my leather. It really went from like 1, maybe 2 deaths before today, all the way up to 22 because of that trial chamber. I think that's where I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.